What's good, family? Shout out to my doggy Hiten Patel for boosting up your man the YB's tiresome, lonesome coin situation. So we just saw there a brawl between your mans, Team TYSON Fury, and Team Dillian the booty snatcher White shite. Now, let me say this right now. Yeah, I'm seeing some of your man's comments. There's a few cats saying, YB, I can't wait for your reaction on the Fury versus Shite press conference. Listen, you're gonna be, you best believe you're gonna be waiting a hell of a long time. I ain't reacting to that crap. Yeah, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. That was the most boring thing I've ever watched. Yeah? Got all these goofy, funny style cats in my comment section. Oh, bro, it was so great to see the level of respect, bro. I love respect, bro. Go and watch croquet. Yeah? Go and watch polo. Bunch of goofy, funny style cats. Oh, bro, it was amazing to see the respect, bro. Oh, bro. Oh. Yeah? Go and watch horse racing, jockeying, all them ones there. I want to see, and again, I'm not even necessarily saying I want to see people getting in, chewing on people's... Listen, end of the day, yeah, Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson end up chewing on his leg, 100%. And I'm not saying that you need that for a great fight, but I'm going to call it a spade a spade. I told you before, the YB cares about being entertained. I don't care about all this other crap. Don't get me wrong, after the fight, if you want to be all friendly and whatever else, good for you. But before the fight, all this, we're best friends and we've been friends forever and, we should sleep together and all this, it's weird. But I'm going to do a video on that in its own right, because I've been telling you these cats have been zesty, oops. Yeah, you best believe it as well. But at the end of the day, man, the press conference was dead, and I'm not going to lie to you. Is John Fury, we know what John Fury is like. Is John Fury full of woof? Absolutely. Is he completely gassed? Absolutely. But as far as the press conference gone, that saved one of the deadest press conferences. But like I said, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh yeah, John Fury was on it, and John Fury really wanted some. John Fury knows what to do. And I'm actually very impressed with DILLIAN WHYTE today, because DILLIAN WHYTE's come out and said, listen, John Fury, you shit your pants with Mickey Theo. Yeah, stop woofing. And also DILLIAN said, John, if you don't want Mickey Theo, my dad will give it to you. Oops. Yeah, so let's now see, and the reason I'm so happy about what DILLIAN said there, again, I'm probably going to do a video on this in its own right, but just quickly, the reason I'm happy DILLIAN said that, because guess what? No one has said anything. David Haye got called out. John Fury said to David Haye, David, you can get it. David Haye didn't want it. Yeah, Carl Frampton got it put on him. He ain't want it. So DILLIAN WHYTE's the first man, and I respect that. People know, I'm sure there's a bunch of Fury fans now who are like, oh, YB, you turncoat. And I've told you before, I ain't no man fan. I ain't John Fury's man fan. I ain't Tyson Fury's man fan. If you're on a case-by-case basis, and on that case, DILLIAN WHYTE's on point. Yeah, because it's about time, John. All we keep hearing from John Fury is talk. When was the last time, John? All the evidence, yeah, and footage is of John Fury going to sleep. That's a fact. No one's ever seen John Fury win a fight. Oops. Yeah, show me it. Show me a video of John Fury actually winning a fight. There ain't none. He'd been put cold numerous times. The Black Skellington iced him. Yeah, Team Lighty iced him. Simple as that. I'm sick of all this posturing. And then after the fact, John Fury, after this little bit of beef or whatever on the press conference, John Fury said, oh, you know, everyone knows me, I'll get down anywhere, and I guess I'm just too on it. Basically, he was basically saying that it was his fault because he's too ferocious. John, You're one of them cats who kicks off when there's security around. Because when there wasn't security around and Mickey Phil was giving you a date, you know it to be found. Yeah? And now we'll see what you got to say. Because Dillian White's offered you options. You can throw down with Mickey Theo, and or you can throw down with Dillian's pops. Oops. Yeah? Let's see how big and hard you are. But I'm sorry, people. It's awkward. John Fury said, "Oh, sorry, people. I had to tell Tyson sorry because I'm just too ferocious." You're not ferocious. You know the time and the place. Don't get me wrong. John Fury is a great act. Yeah, but that's all he is. He's sitting there. No word of a lie. John Fury said, "Oh, well, see, my problem is that I'm just too ferocious. It's because of thousands of years of breeding. Yeah, thousands of years of breeding has made me totally..." John, you're wet about thousands of years of breeding. Thousands of years of breeding have made you a big fanny when it comes to actually fighting. Don't get me wrong. Yeah? Thousands of years of breeding have turned you into a #1 A-lister Hollywood actor. That's it. That's all the breeding's been doing. Because when it comes to throwing down, you ain't nowhere to be found. That's what you're not. Again, I hope Dillian White doesn't let this go. Yeah? Don't let this slide. John said he wants it, and you're offering your dad. So from now on, every day, I want Dillian White to be out here saying, "John, where's your response?" Because you're just giving it all the big one in the press conference. My pops wants it with you. Let's run it right now. Yeah? I want to get this whole John Fury thing pissing me off. He's so gassed, and no one ever calls him out. All the BT guys just get their wicks out and John. Like, another thing, I've got a video coming soon. John Fury talking about Tommy Fury is showing shades of Golovkin. What is wrong with this man? He needs his bonds punching. Seriously, 100%. He needs his bonds punching right in for him. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, but anyway. On this thing, on the Brawl, fair play to John Fury. As far as entertainment goes, without him it would have been a 10 out of 10 flop. And even then, even when John Fury half tried to kick off, which is what the press conference needed, I'm telling you now, people don't want to, I'm going to watch the fight anyway, obviously, but people don't want to watch a fight of two best friends. Oh, we've been friends forever, and that's just weird. I just don't get it, man. What happened to Frillian? What happened to that? Why are we all best friends, all of us? It's just odd. I just don't get it, man. Well, I do get it. We all know what's happened. I've exposed it. Ever since the Kinahan stuff came along, Tyson Fury nervous about banter now, apparently. He don't want the full banter. So they've both agreed, okay, Dillian. Tyson Fury's agreed, okay, Dillian, I won't expose the fact you're married to Dean. And then, obviously, Dillian's agreed, okay, Tyson Fury, I won't expose the fact that you've been laundering a whole bunch of millions for Kinahan. That's what it's come down to, bottom line. And I can't even knock it to some extent. I guess if I was Tyson Fury, would I take that kind of deal? Probably. So I'm not even sitting there telling you I'd do something different. But again, I'm just telling you I want to be entertained, and this wasn't entertaining. It was the opposite of entertaining. I've never seen, bearing in mind as well, people, how smoky it was before. Yeah, it was real vicious. This was building up. I was slagging off Dillian White, for not being there, on the basis that we'd missed some entertainment. On hindsight, I think, in terms of, I think Dillian White not showing up was more of an event. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, the fact he didn't turn up actually gave more emotion than that. If you're going to turn up and be best friends, you might as well, honestly, no word of a lie, if we knew they were going to be best friends, Frank Warren should have told him, you know what, Dillian, you not being there is actually more, it does, I'm not going to lie to you, it actually built more anticipation, because it left it to the imagination. People like myself were thinking, wow, I wonder how hard Tyson Fury was going to go on Dillian. Or not even just one way, but both ways. You were thinking, oh, I wonder what they were going to say about each other. I wonder how deep it was going to get. I mean, look at Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. That was one of the best press conferences of recent times. And it wasn't violent, but it was the banter. Yeah, chinless banter, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Papadam chin, all them ones there. That was in the mix. Amir Khan pulling the hole. Amir Khan saying that Kell Brook's on the down low. It was all there. He had all of it. Fair play to them. But this was dead. Let's be real now. Dead. I'm telling you now, my excitement is super low right now for this fight. Of course, I'm probably going to I will get excited on the night, but in terms of the build-up, this has been real weak. Especially fight week. The build-up was better earlier on, truth be known. This whole friendly business, not for me personally, but I guess, like Tyson Fury said, it's sold now. It don't do me no favours as a fan who likes to be entertained. All of the weird dudes talking about how happy. Oh, I'm so happy. The level of respect. Oh, I'm so hard over the level of respect. Oh, I can't believe how well mannered they were. Oh, I'm so hard for it. It was embarrassing. And actually, the fact John Fury kicked off made it more awkward because it was actually Dillian White and Tyson Fury calming it down. I was like, wow. Imagine that. Normally, it's the fighters trying to get stuck in. This time it was John. John said Dean walked up a little bit too. And listen, John Fury's been watching way too much Mike Tyson. Because that's what Mike Tyson said, yeah? When Mike Tyson went for Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson said, oh, Lennox walked on too strongly. And now all of a sudden, John Fury is saying the same thing. Oh, Dean walked on too strongly. You're so gassed. John Fury don't even have it. John Fury doesn't even have his own lines. He taking them old history ones. Yeah, and difference is, John, guess what Mike did? Mike just started chewing on the leg. Mike threw a big hook that missed, and then thought, scrap it, I'm on the floor, let me just get hold of something and chew on it. John, you ain't like it. You think you want it like that, but you ain't. Because if you did, you could have just started chewing on. You could have jumped. You know what I mean? You could have shot in and just started chewing on Dean's big long legs, but you didn't want it. That's the thing you know about John Fury. John Fury's one of them man, yeah, who just wants to posture. Mike Tyson didn't posture. If you watch what happened with Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis, yeah, you see Mike step forward, swing the hook, and then go chewing. Yeah, simple as that. That's what you call all action. No woofing, no posturing, just all action. I'm going to go for the hook. If not, I'm going to shoot. If not, I'm going to chew. Simple as that. Yeah, Mike don't care what it was. He was going to get, you know what I mean? Whether he can get your mouth on you. If Mike can get his mouth on your leg, he's going to chew on it. Simple as that. He don't care what, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what action he's going to take, but you best believe he's going to be taking some sort of action. 100%. So, I see both sides of this situation. In one hand, John Fury saved the deadest press conference I've ever watched. On the other hand, he's still a muppet. Yeah? But yeah. Last thing I'll say is, there was some talks, and I think this should have been on the undercard. I've been said. John Fury versus Mickey Theo should have been on the undercard. But also, there was, for a long time, yeah, there was talk of Dean White versus Shane. That should have been on the undercard. I'm telling you now, yeah. Either one of them fights. John Fury versus Mickey, or John Fury versus Dillian's dad, or Shane Fury versus Dean Shite. That would be one of the best undercards of the last few years. I'm telling you that for free, yeah? All these bum-ass undercards AJ and Eddie Hearn be putting on. I'm telling you, as a casual fan, that's what people want. People say, oh, but YB, Eddie Hearn put a load of Team GB. No one cares about bum-ass Team GB. They want to watch Dean versus Shane. That's what they want. I'm telling you, that's what I want to watch. I want to watch John versus Mickey. That's what it is, people. Oh, but YB, what about this guy? What about this guy called Liam McCallum? And I'm not interested in dusty dudes. Yeah? I'm not interested in Liam McCallum. I'm not interested in them ones there. I want what I've told you what I want, what the people want, what the casual fans want. That would have saved the undercard, and in fact been one of the best undercards in the history of the game, to be quite honest with you. Because I'm not being funny here, all these other guys, all these Olympic guys, all they do is turn up and end up playing touch butt in the park anyway. Or it's against some bum who came to jump on the floor. At least you imagine it. That's the thing that makes these grudge matches so entertaining, because both men can't lose. Yeah, imagine that, Shane Fury versus Dean. Both men can't lose. They both must fight until the end. Or they quit and get ripped for the rest of their days. You know what I mean? It's a win-win for the fans. But these so-called real pro boxers, they just fight bums forever. Barassi, Richards is alright, but Barassi, he'd been around for 5 years. He fighting bums until his last fight. Yeah? Love fighting bums. Whole bag of bums. And God knows who else. There was another Don that came up underneath him. It's a bit of a smaller one, but he's been fighting bums. I think he even won a gold medal. All he's been doing is fighting bums. Yeah? Eddie Hearn had some matchroom show called The Next Generation. They were all Olympians. What are they doing? Okay, Lawrence hug Coley, but even him, okay, he's world champion, but all he does is hug. Oops. Yeah, massive stinkers. All he does is lay massive eggs. So, I mean, what? Oh, YB, Eddie Hearn's a golden man. Eddie Hearn puts on the most bum. I mean, we're talking about undercards here. Eddie Hearn puts bum main shows on. Lawrence hug Coley had the most boring performance I've ever seen in my life. About undercards, what you want to do is sort out your main cards. About undercard. Anyway, listen. I guess, end of the day, I believe, even though the press conference was trash, I do believe the main event will deliver. Because one thing about Dillian, even if he's... I told you before, I'm happy for Dillian. Yeah, I've seen the pictures. Dillian's never been happier. If Dillian finds his solace in being married to multiple men, that's great for him. I love it. I love that fact. Yeah? Told you before, there's nothing like a man's loving. Yeah, man, from what I've heard, man love is something super unique and special. You best believe it. Yeah, he loved it, man. But I believe Dillian's going to use that love for man in the ring. Yeah, because that's why do you think Dean's always at his side? 100%. He needs that connection. He needs that love. That's what he's fighting for. He's gonna fight for that love. That's what he's doing. 100%. When you best believe, when the going gets tough in the ring, Dean will be there to give him. I mean, come on, hubby, keep fighting. And that's why. What do you think Dillian wants Dean there all the time? To give him a reason to carry on fighting. Yeah, 100%. Dean's there to remind Dillian of what he's fighting for. He's fighting for his boo. 100%. Yeah, and same as Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury knows how to deliver anyway, because he go in there and of recent he knows how to deliver. Yeah, back-to-back fights he delivering. Simple as that. So that's the trend. I mean, Tyson Fury's trend is the opposite of AJ's trend. AJ knows how to flap. That's what AJ's trend shows. Every of the last 3 fights AJ's had have flapped. Fury's last 2 fights have been A1. So that's the trend. And until Fury breaks the trend, I don't see nothing to go against that. So this will be a great fight, I believe. It will be entertaining. But the pre-stuff, it was leave it. That's going to be honest. I'm glad it's over now, to be honest with you. I'm glad it's over, and all we have to do now is forget about it and move on. Hopefully, I guess what would inject some more life is if John Fury does find his balls, but I don't think he will, and that's what I'm saying. Dillian White, please keep pressing John Fury. Every day this rest of this week, multiple times per day, you should be at it. In fact, get your dad on your Instagram and get him airing out John. John, you're woofed and my pops is here. Tell him, Pops. That's what you should be doing now. Set your Pops up with some Instagram and get him airing out John every day. Multiple times per day, every other hour. Airing him out, 100%. That's what must happen right now. No doubt about it.